Previously on Homeland.
I understand why you would want to hurt me. I am very capable, and if I wanted to, I could take you down. I don't want to do that. I just need some help. And I think if you want to fight back against the Fire Nation, I can help you.
Are you telling the truth now?
Yes.
You're not a spy.
If I was a spy, don't you think they would give me a better uniform?
I don't know, you could just have bad fashion sense.
So I ran, and here I am. I didn't really have a plan for what happens next.
I still don't know if that means we should trust her.
You wouldn't have a problem with going after someone from your own place?
I think it's what I have to do.
Do you know where they're heading?
Whatever this is, maybe someone with skills like you has a part in it.
It's getting dark and getting late by this point.
Look, I don't know if we trust you completely, but you can stay with us tonight.
And now.
The sun rises in the next morning, but before we get to the chirping birds, the four of you around a campfire, getting some more food and continuing on your journey, let's have a talk about what your characters experienced and how they may or may not have grown. By doing the growth questions.
Amazing.
So, we'll do this in a way that recaps the story for the previous kind of episodes, if you'd like. You can imagine it in the TV show, Last Time On. In that way, I want you to answer whether your character grew or not, and then tell me when and where, like how it happens.
Yeah.
How your character grew.
So my question is, we have 3 common questions.
Yeah.
And 1 personal question. Are you going to go around where each answer the first question, or are we each going to go through the 3 questions?
Go through each by yourselves.
I only have
So it's-
one growth question.
But then you've got
There's 3 common
There's
questions
th-
we
yeah,
all
three
have to
together.
answer.
Yeah.
So,
So
we can
go-
either go 1, 1, 1, 1, or we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3,
Go
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yep.
May I begin then?
You may.
Yeah.
Go!
for it.
I love to leap in. Zhang loves to leap. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? Yes, I learned that there are Fire Nation people who are fighting against the Fire Nation itself.
That is very strange. Absolutely. Mark off that growth question, or point of growth.
So once you reach 4 growth, you get a growth advancement. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? I did not.
No.
Did you guide a companion towards balance or end session at your center? No. I started off balance towards force, as that's an option you get when you create your character, and so I didn't end at center, and I did not guide anybody. And then my personal playbook question. Did you make progress towards your goal against your adversary? No, I did not. So I got 1 growth for Zhang.
1 growth, please.
Singular growth.
Yeah.
Ellen, how did
Kana?
Kana grow?
Yeah. Not so easy, is it? Not just Sean making mistakes.
My laptop was slow. Ellen, how did Kana grow?
Yes, okay. So,
Or did she?
well, I think there was definitely some growth there. Did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? I think, like, beyond all the, horrors of the Fire Nation, waterbenders and earthbenders together is just a mind-blowing thing for her. She's never even seen anyone outside the Fire Nation, let alone believe that these people could coexist and work together.
Sounds exciting to me.
Yeah.
I think a certain waterbender sounds pretty exciting.
I thought
Everyone's blushing.
Tariq was going to have a thing for Clove.
Well,
maybe it's a
here's the-
triangle.
Here's the thing. Yeah, no,
Maybe
I'll leave
it's
it
a
to play
rec-
out.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a square.
This thing's a brewing.
Everyone's just making goo-goo eyes at each other
Yeah.
for reference. Did I stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? No. Did I guide a companion toward balance or end the session at your center? Certainly not. I've never been more off balance. And I helped
God.
no one. And my personal playbook question is, did I learn something meaningful or important about my lineage, its members, or its effects on the world and others? I would say yes. About Zhang's personal connection and how his family was taken.
I would say not quite.
Okay.
Because I think your lineage is slightly separate to the Fire Nation as a whole.
Yeah. Oh, yes. You've got a point there.
So I think if you, for happenstance, learn about a family member who is terrorizing a local Earth Kingdom village.
Sounds kind of vague, but sure.
And you learn about that, then yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not specific to the whole
Yeah.
Fire Nation is not my lineage.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's you're wrestling literally with your personal
Yes.
family
Yes.
baggage.
So just one growth point there, Ellen.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'll
One
take
growth
one
club.
growth.
Sean.
Oh, did Tariq learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? He's never seen a firebender before. Just never seen a firebender before, so
Wow,
there
wee.
you go. Did I stop a dangerous threat? Absolutely not. Did I guide a companion towards balance? No, I moved her away from balance.
Yes, that's true.
I did the very opposite thing. And as for Tariq's own personal question, I can't... here it is. Basically, it asked, did I get a companion? Or did I get a friend to join in or approve of one of my bad habits? I did not. I did not.
Oh, I always
What
forget
are
you
your
have
bad
bad
I
habits.
have bad habits. They're going to come. They're going to come.
He's choosing not to reveal them, so we'll have to see them as they play
He's a
out.
rogue. He's sneaky.
Gee.
Naughty.
He's I reckon he's a vandal.
Doing
Zola.
graffiti.
So, did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world? As everyone else did, so did Clove. I think she's learnt. She's not learnt completely. She for the first time kind of sees a beauty in firebending and in fire.
Great way of putting it.
Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem? No. Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center? No, I didn't. Because it feels like I did to you, Chris, but I didn't actually shift
Phil.
your... Oh my god, can we please say that again, please?
Just say
I
Zhang
am,
as well.
I am absolutely using that.
No, I don't know why I do this. I know you all...
Ellen, it's okay.
Don't
Yeah,
confuse
we're
our
all-
audience.
We're all
Oh,
interchangeable
no.
at a certain
Yeah.
point.
No.
Yeah, you guys don't know our character names. I just don't know your names.
You didn't shift my balance.
I
You
didn't
just-
shift your balance.
You just took my anger away. So you
Yeah.
have to do a plus 10 or
Yeah.
something else story-based that the storyteller says moves balance.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't think you can for guide and comfort.
At a plus 10, you can shift their balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my growth question, my personal one, is: did you pursue a desire or goal of your own outside of protecting others? No.
No.
And I'm gonna have to keep remembering this. Like,
Yeah.
you need a hobby.
You can't just take care of people, Clove.
Yeah.
Clove becomes a podcaster.
It's the burden. It's the
So
guardian's burden.
yes, so one growth as well for me. Did everyone get one?
Everyone
Yeah.
got one.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
One for all and all for one.
You're
So
all
we
growing
build
at the
points and
same
we
rate.
can buy these things that are on the bottom there.
That's
yeah,
right.
so you can. There's 5 options. Take a new move from your playbook. That costs 2 growth points. Take a new move from another playbook.
Ooh.
That takes 2 growth points.
Learning.
Raise a stat by 1, but you can only have a maximum of plus 2 in any given stat. That only seems to take 1, apparently, because no boxes. And then shift your center 1 step for 2, and unlock your moment of balance for 2.
That's the one.
Nice.
With the razor stat one, you can just keep picking that. I remember reading that. You can just keep. That's why it has no boxes
That
because
seems
it's
like
unlimited.
it breaks the game.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can't
but you
move
can't-
anything above
you
You
plus
can't
2.
have more than
Oh,
plus 2.
right. Yeah,
so,
fair
but you
enough,
can
fair
keep
enough.
raising your
But you could
stats
have-
with that.
Yeah.
You could literally go through spend all your growth
Yeah.
points to put all your stats.
So that'd
plus
be a
2.
much
Yeah.
more longer campaign as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and it would be a boring choice.
Yeah.
And we'll deal with all of that later.
Yay!
For us, though, it's on to the rest of your day and your adventure.
Better stretch, y'all.
Oh, what a good night's rest.
I didn't sleep.
You wake up around a campfire, the embers slowly dying away. The forest is beautiful and serene. Birds chirp. There are small critters that scuttle around. The soft moss floor of the forest and the leaves are a beautiful cushion. And you awake not as 3, but as 4, with the added member of your squad, of your group, Kana. It's the morning. What do you do?
Zhang wakes up with a bit of a change, with a bit of a shift in his mood. He's a little frustrated this morning, and over a breakfast of nuts, he finally says to the others, "We're never going to find Bashira wandering around the countryside. We need news of the war.
So, what do you want us to do?
We need to find a town, see what's been happening.
Surely if we followed the river, there might be some sort of town that we could locate and infiltrate and get news on the war.
We've walked these lands. Do you remember if there's a town nearby, Clove?
I think if we go downstream, there might be, but we need to watch and see if the Fire Nation is there first. I'll go into a town, but we can't just go barging in.
Fine, but the Fire Nation's there, all the better. Then we can find out exactly what they're up to.
I think we should stick together. I mean, I know certain customs of the Fire Nation. I can make sure that you don't, blunder into something that you wouldn't be aware of. And honestly, I think the point is that we're stronger together, right?
Oh, everyone's up. What are we doing?
Tariq, were you sleeping for that entire time?
You gotta get your 8 hours.
Tariq, we're thinking of going into a town. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, just give me 5 more minutes.
We've been up for like an hour now, so... okay.
Is he like this all the time?
This is a good day. And Clove is going to just earthbend a little bit and kind of like shake the ground beneath him, so it's like very uncomfortable.
I'm just imagining like a totally rumble, like it's like you've slept on a conveyor belt or
Yeah,
something.
it's very unpleasant.
Tariq like hits the ground
The nearest.
a la an alarm clock.
Clove respects it and stops the rumbling.
Okay, I'm up. So, let's get some food in the city.
Let's go.
You begin making your travel through the forest. Senlin Forest has Senlin Village in it. It's a small village. It's not big at all, and on most maps you wouldn't see it. But locals of the Earth Kingdom who are around from this area, Zola, your character, Clove is. So you do know that Senlin Village is close-ish by, and that by following the stream, it's not on it, but it's close to. Very small, maybe... It's a population in the double digits, right? Like 50 or 70-ish. Are you interested in doing anything in particular while you travel, or you just want to get there straight away? Talk about battle plans, or are you just... We'll get to that when we get to the town, of the village, rather.
If normally you'd head off down the stream straight until you hit a path, but if we go through the forest to the right now, we can kind of come up behind the town and have a vantage point. I think we should do that.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely. You make your way. It's about half a day's travel. So it's about 2 p.m. by the time you arrive at the village. The village is very small. It has a wooden palisade surrounding it in a circle. And you've come at it from the northeast side. It's a sunny day. Not hot, but sunny. There's a strong wind coming in from the ocean, from the west going east. And the entrance to the village is on the south side, just to be clear.
Right.
Yeah.
We're coming from northeast.
You're coming from northeast.
Yeah.
There's a wind coming from the west, and the entrance exit to the town is south. You are on a sort of hill, embankment, that kind of looks over the town. You get a kind of look in, but you can't see the ground. You can see maybe like a few heads of figures, like the tops of heads moving around, but you can't see like the ground or any foot traffic. That give you an idea of where your ledge is and your vantage point?
Yeah.
Mostly rooftops.
Yeah, mostly
stuff.
rooftops.
Yeah.
The buildings themselves in this village are wooden with green pottery roofs.
Clay.
Thank you. Wooden buildings with clay roofs. They are beautiful green, and because the wind is blowing in from the west, the leaves land on the green, and the beautiful gold and reds contrast against the green roofs. And there's a bit of movement, a bit of activity in the town, in the village. You're not quite sure, but you hear intense voices. You can't hear anything in particular.
Do they
yet.
sound aggressive intense or like passionate, like fun intense?
Neither. They sound... Give me an assess the situation.
Ooh, I absolutely will. Oh, that rolls with what? It rolls with
Creativity.
Yeah.
my specialty.
Great.
Roll to Cast is brought to you by our sponsors today, and for many other days after that, Manscape.
Yay! Long may they reign on this glorious podcast.
Ellen, have you got balls?
No, I think I have some left in my purse.
Oh, well, have you ever... Well, I do.
Oh, you have some balls in your purse.
I have some balls in my purse and on my bodies, and I've had the chance to use the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
Oh, great. Is that the best in below-the-waist hygiene and grooming?
Oh, you bet your bottom dollar, and a bit more than $1, but not too much, because it's actually an affordable package.
And I would say more than your bottom as well. It goes all around your perineum.
Well, you've used it upon your head, have you not?
I've used it on the top side because I don't have balls. I know, unfortunately for everyone. But I used it to shave the sides of my head and also do my underarms. And yes, a little bit of the bikini area too. And it was really intuitive, really easy to use. It's got ceramic blades, it's waterproof, and it has a light that allows you to see exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to do it in the dark, like a mad person.
You know, sometimes you just got to do it when you can.
Got to be that daring individual.
And I appreciate that Manscaped appreciates the groomer on the go.
Well, the Lawnmower 4.0 isn't the only thing, obviously, that Manscaped offers. You've got the Weed Whacker, the nose and ear trimmer, which I have utilized to great success.
Oh, fantastic.
Don't know if you've noticed.
I thought it was looking a lot trimmer down there.
When I was hair trimmer as it down there?
When I was looking down into your nostrils.
Where was I?
Yes. I don't know. You were upside down for some reason.
There's also a lot of other items that you wouldn't think your balls would need, but indeed, it does up your game. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner. I learned something new that day.
About toner?
About toner being used in certain places, and just toner in general.
Yeah, it's a great product. I really appreciate how Manscaped is bringing this glorious new era of caring about your balls to the stadium, because let me tell you, that skin is just as sensitive as the skin on your face. More so, if even.
And they throw in the two free gifts as well in the Performance Package 4.0, which is the Manscaped boxers, which I regularly wear because they are, no joke, they're actually seriously the best boxers I have ever worn. So they're right into the rotation. And the Shed Travel Bag, which is to put all your Manscaped needs into.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's at the little bottom of the case, and when I first saw it, I was like, oh, what is this, shark skin? This feels very luxurious. It's an amazing package, and they have other goodies on their website at Manscaped. They have cologne, they have, look, I'm going to forget the name, but ball wipes, essentially.
Yeah, wipe your balls. Wipe those balls. You need to. You should.
You should, and you don't. And this is our way of reminding you, just to give them a little touch up.
Well, let's give them a little bit of a nudge in the right direction, because of course if you go on, you can get 20% off and free shipping if you use our code RTC at manscaped.com. That is 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com, and you use our code RTC to unlock it, and you will also unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
What are you waiting for? Go see to those balls. We'll wait.
It's an 11.
Ooh,
11, Sean.
So
just as well he had that extra snooze.
Snooze. So there was
5 minutes.
Pardon?
Do you get 2 questions?
Beautiful. So I feel the way that it kind of manifests itself is, while we're kind of sitting on that vantage point, the four of us, he's very intrigued at, honestly, the sight of a new village, a place completely outside of where he's used to. So it's Tariq kind of sitting very quietly in a way he would do in his northern... We know it. By episode 7, I'll have it. Agna Kalar. In Agna Kalar, he would just sit and watch a lot and just really get interested in watching, like, the crowd and the swarm of people. So this is another instance to do that. And so because I'm doing assess the situation, I got 11, I get to ask 2 questions. Wrong page. Proper page. So...
I believe these are just sort of suggestions, the questions on here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I may... Why
and
not
these are
why
generally
not
kind
use
of
them?
like...
What you might use in combat.
Yeah.
Or
So,
leading into a combat.
Go great.
So,
Go straight from the source
Chris,
book.
with this in mind, and I'm going to use these questions
Sure.
here. First of all, in this city and with the hubbub that's going around, what should Tariq be on the lookout for?
So, village, most importantly, not a city. It's very, very, very small. What you should be on the lookout for is probably a mayor or kind of like city or village elder.
Yeah.
Someone who has authority in this space. A small population like this is going to have someone in charge who has a lot of experience. And that's what I would say.
And what does Tariq think he can use, or the party can use, to maybe blend in here so we look less like outsiders?
Love it.
Cool. So, by the sounds of things, it seems to be there's a lot of panicked voices or rushing, hurried voices. You think that most people won't pay you much attention. If it is as it sounds, the flurry of activity and the panicked voices, people are probably not likely to give you much of a look.
Great.
Maybe, who can say without going a little closer though.
Hey, guys, there seems to be some sort of hubbub going on down there. I'm thinking we're really not going to be the center of attention. So if there's ever a time to just kind of, go down and see what's a go, now's the time. And I don't know how things work outside of where I was, but usually there's some kind of leader or mayor or king. Probably not a king down there, but, someone to, of authority, I guess, is...
Our villages usually have elders.
Ah, right. All right, let's look out for some old guy or gal then.
Wait, so
Like
we're just
really old.
going straight in?
Yeah, why not?
What about, and she'll gesture to her way too large tunic? I mean, I can't go in like this, surely.
They're not going to pay you any mind.
We're refugees from the war. That's all you had when you fled your home.
Okay. Yes.
You're
yes.
also quite small. It could just be hand-me-downs, I guess.
Thank you. No. Sorry, that was Ellen. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
I think almost out of not impatience, but a sense of kind of excitement, Tariq just gets off the embankment and starts heading down into the city without another word.
Zhang goes with him.
Clove follows Zhang.
Is this a normal waterbender thing to just charge in?
I'm really not sure. He's the only one I've ever met.
Me too.
Fair enough.
It's a normal Tariq thing.
Yes.
Do you follow along?
Yeah. I feel like this is as they're
Yeah.
heading down.
You make your way round the palisade wall, the wooden wall, and come to the front of the town. Big entrance. Big wooden doorway, what you might find in China, the Chinese doors.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the opening to the town, and maybe 20 buildings in the town, including a major, I guess, what you might call a town centre at the far end.
Like a meeting
Right.
hall.
A
or
meeting
Some
hall
sort
or
of,
something.
yeah,
Yep. So
community
you're on the
point.
south end. At the very end is the meeting hall or town centre. But the thing that immediately catches your eye is the flurry of activity. People are moving things out of their homes, are putting things in sacks. Children are being picked up and brought to the arms of mothers and fathers. And there are realistically only 3 types of people here. The very, very young, under the age of 8. The very, very old, over the age of 60. And anyone caring for any of those people. That's it, as all of those people seem to be moving from house to house, packing things, putting things, sharing sacks, sharing chests, and just putting things away. This is a town that is leaving.
Evacuating. Is the gate guarded at all?
Nope.
It looks like they're running away.
I don't know if we should go in now.
Well, we're already here, so...
They've got to be running from something, right? Maybe the Fire Nation. Surely someone has to tell us what's going on.
That building looks important. Maybe we should go there, see if there's someone in charge.
Okay.
We head?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I follow. I think Kana's going to be following behind. Maybe I'm not sure the height, but perhaps behind Tariq or Zhang, hoping to kind of bow her head and not look too conspicuous.
Tariq's definitely shorter than Zhang, I feel that. Yeah,
They're both sizable young men, though,
Yeah.
so they could conceal a more diminutive character, I think.
Great. Yeah, you make your way through the town, village rather, dodging people as they hurry past you with bundles of food, clothes, provisions, or children, and are carrying them away to safety as you make your way to the town centre. At the town centre, you open the double doors, and there is a flurry of activity still, but concentrated, with an older man who is very short, with a long white beard, a head that is completely bald, in green robes with a gold trim, and he is directing traffic in this room.
Take that over there. Take that quickly now. Quickly, we don't have much time. Quickly.
Well, I found the really old guy.
He seems to be... We can't just direct the most important person, surely. He's in the middle of this. Is there someone else that we can know, kind of like other officials?
Take that idea of logic out of the way. Your protagonist in the Avatar series, the mayor, you go up and you talk to him.
Okay, sure.
We approach him, we wait for a moment in between, and... Hey, excuse me.
What's wrong? Hello?
We're refugees from the war. We're looking for some help.
We can't help you here. We have to go. We have to leave the village.
What's happening? Why is everyone running?
They're starting a forest fire.
Who?
The Fire Nation. They sent soldiers here.
Where are they?
The soldiers? Three people came to the town, and they said that unless we surrendered the town to them, they were going to take it by force. We refused, and they just laughed and said that they were going to set the place on fire regardless. They said they were going to set the forest on fire anyway.
Only 3?
The 3 who came in, they sent 4 soldiers west of the city of the village, and then they themselves went south. I think to another village. I think they're trying to take over. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Can you direct us where they were? To the...
Who?
Which way did the soldiers go?
West. Into the forest, I think.
They won't burn your homes.
What?
I'm going to put a stop to this.
Who are you?
I'm a soldier in the Earth Kingdom Army. Or I was going to be. No, I am.
We want to help. We want to stand and fight.
Do you really think you can?
We've been through a lot. We can do a lot as well.
What else can we do? You can't just let them take over.
Worse. Burn your homes. Burn our beautiful forest. It's a crime.
We have to save this place.
Well, if you think you can, good, but I just wish you all the best.
All right, well, maybe we'll catch you later.
Where are your people going? If we can prevent the fire, we want you to be able to come back to your homes.
Well, we're heading south. We might see you there.
Give us a day. We'll stop the Fire Nation in their tracks.
Ha! Actually, we'll only need a couple of hours.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think they all share looks and head off.
We're in agreement. We cannot let this happen. We'll have to do whatever we can to prevent it.
Yeah. So, what do you do?
So we know that they're south. West. Yeah, west.
The town is heading south to
Yeah.
flee from the Fire Nation, but the soldiers are west.
So we're kind of moving further from where we came, because we came from the east.
Correct.
So we're moving back over.
Yes.
So Clover's gonna leave the town and the gates and kind of look around for any signs of like any path, any kind of like rustling, like, you know, any footprints that maybe went off into the forest or somewhere that leads to a path going west.
Great. Yes, there is one. The Fire Nation soldiers are not discreet. They are not good at carving a safe or respectful path through the forest. There's a very clear line where they've gone.
Zhang, do you see those scorch marks?
Yes.
I think we know which way to go.
They laid out a path for us.
Yeah.
There might be more. I mean, 3 soldiers and 4 others.
Doesn't take many to set a fire. If we can take them by surprise, we can stop this.
We need to follow quickly but quietly so that we can at least try and sneak up on them.
Clove, do you know if this river continues? Tariq will need something to bend if we're going to fight them.
I'm not sure if we can rely on that. We might meet it it depends how far west they've gone.
Soldiers need water. They'll have some.
And I've got my own supply right here. And he pats his chest.
Didn't you drench most of that over me last night?
No, that was my
That was
That
water
was Zhang's water.
skin.
I've got my own.
I forgot to fill it this morning.
Well,
special
I think
waterbending water.
before we're going to fight firebenders, we should be filling all of our water skins.
That's a good point.
You have enough water.
Yep.
You're heroes in the series.
Great.
Yep.
All right. We want different vantages. We want to sneak up on them.
I think we need to find them first and then we can decide. And Clover's just going to set off in the forest where she sees the scorch marks.
Great. Yeah.
Follow the trail.
Zhang's not far behind. No, shoulder to shoulder with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Tariq is going to climb up into the trees to go like from canopy to canopy to get a high vantage point to use the forest to his advantage.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to make a roll for that, please.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna ask you to. I'm going to say what you're doing is pushing your luck.
Great.
Because I feel what you're trying to do is take advantage of a situation, and this feels like a push your luck rather than a skill or training. You're not particularly skilled or trained in this area. So yeah, please push your luck.
Otherwise, I was going to suggest that I'm trying to indulge in one of my bad habits, which is daredevil stunts, jumping from trees to trees.
Okay, yeah, sure. In that case, Sean, absolutely. Then yes, Are you doing it by yourself?
That's the point, yeah. So I'm going to be pushing myself more towards survival. I'm doing the bad habit on my own.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Well, Kana's
What does that
not
mean
gonna
when you
climb a tree.
indulge a bad habit?
When I'm indulging a
mechanically?
bad habit, one of them which is daredevil stunts. When you indulge a bad habit on your own, shift your balance towards survival and roll with survival. On a hit, you pull it off and you vent your frustrations. Like if I had any fatigue or conditions, I would clear them. But if I have no fatigue or conditions, I mark growth. On a 10 plus, you also gain a windfall, a boon, or an opportunity. Your bad habits paid off this time. On a miss, you're caught by something dangerous or powerful, and they complicate your life.
Oh,
Great.
Great. Yeah.
Sean, give us the roll.
And I started myself actually on my center. I didn't go one towards survival in the morning because I accepted someone new into the party. So he pushed himself more towards friendship in the
Very
new
good.
morning.
Aw.
We love to see it.
So that is a 6.
Okay.
So almost, I would say, without a word, like as the three decide, we're gonna let's head off in. Tariq just starts climbing a tree.
Yep.
And he looks to start swinging. Like the idea is going to get above the canopy and start jumping from tree to tree, following the trail from up above to get that new vantage point where no one else is going to see him.
Yeah, you start swinging away, and it is a 20-minute travel on foot, and it's about that through the trees. The trees are close, so you can do this, and you are able to catch yourself a little bit with some water bending when you almost fall. Whoa! You travel, you're approaching. In a clearing near a wooden shrine of some sort of creature, a bear maybe, 4 firebenders have collected firewood and are about to set the shrine on fire and start a forest fire by the look of things. You are currently in the brushes. What would you like to do?
If they're about to start a fire, Zhang is going to rush ahead.
No.
Great, you rush ahead.
Stop right there!
They turn.
Who are you? A defender of this land. Burning the forests. You should be ashamed.
He's just a kid.
Just a kid? If that's so, fight me right now. I'm going to use I'm trying to use my move stand and fight and provoke their leader into fighting me.
Okay.
I feel like Clove and Kana are going to exchange some...
Clove and Kana
Kana's
exchange
like raising a big
lot.
eyebrow to Clove.
And Clover's going to indicate to kind of move around the clearing because she doesn't think it's a good idea, and she doesn't think it's going to help Zhang to just everyone run in. So she's also abandoned Tariq because she doesn't know where he is. So I'm going to gesture to you, Kana, to kind of move around the clearing to the right, and then she's going to move around to the left. So we're kind of flanking them on either side, or we can see Zhang very
Kana will
clearly.
nod.
Is
Scooch around.
Tariq for the moment fine?
the
Like you
hell
haven't...
In a second.
Good, cool.
So,
Definitely failed
He's
that
holding
roll.
on to that one.
Yeah.
so
figured.
you two, Kana and Clove, you are going to, you're moving around. I'm going to say that you can assess the situation.
Yes.
By choosing
Great.
to flank and not dive straight in, you can assess the situation. Phil, I'll get to you just in a
Yes.
second, because I love what you're doing.
Oh, okay, 5.
5, not great.
Not great at all.
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
No.
You begin flanking when it's apparent that, it's 4 against 1. He's outnumbered. He needs help now. That is the most important thing. You better get in there real fast.
Yeah, great. Okay.
That's the situation.
Okay.
He's outnumbered, 4-1. Better get in there. Other than that, no other information.
Great.
Phil, can you describe? You've called someone out.
So this is a hammer-specific move that
Yeah.
I chose. It's called Stand and Fight. When you provoke an NPC opponent into attacking you, roll with passion. On a hit, they're coming at you specifically. On a +10, you're ready for them. Clear a condition or become prepared. On a miss, they take advantage of your provocation to strike a blow where you least expect it. My passion is +2.
Great.
6, 7, 8, 9. So 10, 11. So I don't have any conditions, so I will be prepared. You're ready for what's coming. Clear prepared to take a +1 to an appropriate roll after the roll, or avoid marking a condition.
Great. That's right. So you are prepared and you call out the leader.
Yes, fight me. If I'm a kid, fight me now.
You do. As he the clear leader steps forward and goes,
All right. You think you're so tough, eh? We'll see how you and I... Oh.
as Tariq
Here we go.
Yes, hello.
falls from the canopy, slams just where Zhang was standing. You're prepared, so you step away, lose that.
Yep.
As Tariq doesn't hit you falling from the canopy.
Yeah.
He lands face forward in the dirt in front of you.
Ouch.
Sean, take a point of fatigue.
What do you mean?
I know that you already did the falling noise, but I just want to hear it again.
And what other negative effects do you get?
That's right. The exact wording is, on a miss, you're caught by someone dangerous or powerful and they complicate your life.
Yeah.
You have been listening to Homeland, which is a Roll-to-Cast production. The best way to find us is on Twitter, Discord, and our Patreon. All our podcasts are on Acast, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Roll-to-Cast. Avatar Legends, the role-playing game, was created by Magpie Games. Nickelodeon, Avatar, and all related titles, logos, and characters are trademarks of Viacom International Incorporated.
Your fist.